Why are these worlds colliding? I know multiple worlds exist, but them to collide is unheard of. Besides, where's CatTazTrophy? He's supposed to help me with this review. After too much work on how to close these portals, I thought I might as well take my mind off of it and review the friendship games. However, I already reviewed the first 20 minutes of it because Hasbro decided to show it, except they added 2 new scenes. So after that Get Smart kind of intro, we get a pretty good theme with it. I mean, from its animation to the song behind it, it's pretty good. Sad thing though is that they show us sort of who the Shadow Bolts are and what counterparts they're supposed to be. Good job, Hasbro. I guess it's up to the fandom to name these new Shadow Bolt characters. Oh wait, I forgot. Hasbro just steals them from us later in the movie. So while in her workshop, Twilight creates the Dragon Radar and will use it to steal the magic that's around Canterlot High School. Also, her birthday is at the end of the month or something. And then for some reason it gets cut to the other part of the 20 minutes that I've already reviewed. You know, where we see the Canterlot High Schoolers talk about how the Shadow Bolts did all this stuff to prank them, and we get that stupid song. Just stupid. So, Sunset Shimmer is tasked with describing how all these magical occurrences are happening, but even she doesn't understand, and instead we get some weird face animations. Meanwhile, at Crystal Prep Academy, Twilight is living the hard life, and for some reason I think PETA might be slightly offended by this scene in particular. Cute, isn't it? Anyways, Twilight wants to get into an independent study program, but Dean Cadence tells her that being around other people isn't always so bad. Great, a friendship lesson from another princess who is going to get ignored throughout this entire movie. Then we get another song that is very similar to Disney level. Also, where the heck is CatTazTrophy right now? I mean, seriously, he should have been here by now. After the song that I'm pretty sure every student and teacher can hear because she's not very subtle about it, we get to meet our villain, Principal Abacus Cinch. And apparently Shining Armor is also in this film. Cinch starts out as this small villain, only using the Everton application as a bargaining chip for herself, but it then evolves into something worse throughout the movie. However, that leaves one problem with this movie. Why isn't King Sombra the villain? He did rule over the Crystal Empire at one point, and also, why are they the Shadow Bolts? The Shadow Bolts were Luna's evil regiment that was used to try to get Rainbow to leave her friends in the fog. Yeah, good continuity, Josh Haber. Twilight is getting ready, and wait a second. Oh, right, I forgot. My universe is having the friendship games as well. I've got to get ready for this. Anyways, Twilight accidentally cuts in front of Sunny Flare, Sour Sweet, which angers one of them, and then we meet Indigo Zap, Sugarcoat, and finally Lemon Tart. After band practice, Rarity decides that she should show off her outfits to her friends for the games. I'm starting to question human Rarity's sanity by this scene.
Really, Dickhead? I know!
Wait!
Huh? What was that?
Sorry I'm late. We got caught up in traffic and...
Wait, who's we? And why do you have the Crystal Prep logo?
Because I'm a Crystal Prep student. In all the years we've known each other, I'm surprised you never figured it out earlier. So, what's going on here?
I'm reviewing friendship games, and the Crystal Preppers just got off.
Then I'll just take over from here, so we get to see more of Sour Sweet's bipolar character, and a bunch of hellos are given to Twilight in the hallway from people she doesn't even know.
I guess Jermaine's got tired after a while. Speaking of Jermaine, she's the first victim of getting her magic tapped from her due to Twilight's strange device that's around her neck. Since that Shimmer still can't seem to figure out how magic works here. I mean, it's only been, 2.5 movies, technically? And this happens all throughout the movie. I mean, almost every scene she's talking about the magic in it. I guess we'll never really understand it.
So after Rarity gets tapped, which is weird that her generosity comes out, so that means Rarity must never be generous all the time if she's only ponying up now. But I believe she isn't the real element of generosity. But Sunset tries to go outside and jump through the portal into Equestria. However, the Energon Harvester strikes again, but on a worse scale. It actually drains the magic from the portal, thus blocking any way into Equestria and preventing Twilight from helping them fix their problems.
Wait, what's wrong with that? Oh no.
What's happening, Wolf?
The portal, it's not working.
Not working? What do you mean it's not working?
We can't go through it, which means we're stuck here.
Calm down, we'll figure it out later. It's just a portal to another dimension. Let's just get back to the review.
Fine, but after this I'm going to call a magic portal maintenance worker to see if he can fix this.
You do that. Anyways, aside from our portal breaking down, not Portal 2, the main 6 attempt a party to break the ice, and it looks like that I was right. They did put Sunset in a nice frilly pink dress. Told you, Wolf.
Fine, that's 1 point for you. And that's all I'm giving you. Also, I really wish we got more character from our anti-main 6 group.
I know, Principal Cinch is the real main villain, and those other girls who look like they're dark versions of the main 6 don't even get that much character. First off, we have Sour Sweet, the bipolar one, Sugarcoat, the brutally honest one, who I think is Arya in an avatar body, Lemon Zest, the rocker, Indigo Zap, the athlete, and Sunny Flare, who's Sunnylicious. Subscribe.
Ugh. All we got from them was one sentence of speech from each of them, and that's pretty much it. I mean, sure, Sugarcoat and Sour Sweet get a bit more dialogue, but for the rest, goodbye. Pinky catches up with Twilight, noting that the party right now sucks because, friendship isn't magic right now. And then Pinky brings her handy-dandy party cannons to bring about happiness, which then gets sucked away.
After Pinky loses her magic, Hannibal Lecturer comes up and ruins Pinky's party by reminding everyone why they hate each other. And now Twilight gets away with Pinky's magical power of laughter. That's 2 characters without magic, and we're only 30 minutes in. Also, I realized something. Is Fancy Pants a pedophile?
What makes you say that?
Well, Fleur de Lis is still in high school and he's nowhere to be seen, yet he's clearly a 40-year-old adult in the Pony universe by our standards, yet she's not even graduated?
I think you're looking too into this movie, just like many other reviewers. Besides, why question that when we should question how Pinky got these 2 cannons past the school door?
Anywho, the party is ruined by none other than the villain, as I said before. So the academic decathlon is a go, and right off the bat we see some major errors in this school. Other than unnecessary songs, we see that all the girls don't tie back their hair when operating Bunsen burners, violating a lot of science safety rules. Pinkie Pie crafts the Mona Lisa inside a cake under 30 minutes, somehow. And Microchips and Sandalwood, the nerd and the eco kid, craft a birdhouse even though they should be the most qualified, a bunch of words that barely anybody knows, and the reenactment of the Brady Bunch.
Of course, Crystal Purple wins because Sunset was off by 10 degrees. The Human Six have to face off against the Crystal Six in the second set of games, but not before Fluttershy gets depowered and Spike learns to speak.
Now she's thinking with portals. Also, apparently a jackrabbit found the portal, even though we've never seen them on the show's universe before. And somehow the real Spike got mixed up with fake Spike, at least in fan theory. They're trying to make us believe he can talk.
It's still my turn. Anyways, now that Spike can speak, he's hidden from Cinch, who is apparently allergic to dogs, but has never once went through anaphylactic shock throughout this entire movie. Cinch shows that she's the villain by once again bringing up the stupid Everton application, and shows that she can reject it whenever she wants to.
The main six talks about Twilight not being the magic-stealing type until they cross the Junior Olympic X Games, apparently, on school without them noticing.
Is Pinkie alright?
That's perfectly fine. She needs her eyes dilated every 40 minutes. I should know.
Moving past that weird occurrence, we see that not only has Rarity made motocross suits, but that Indigo, Zap, and Sugarcart are the motocrossers. Lemon Zest and Sunny Flare specifically requested the speed skating track, leaving Twilight and Two-Face's daughter to do the biathlon. Why archery is a requirement for the school will never be unveiled, but we see that Sour Sweet is a badass when it comes to that biathlon. Twilight, on the other hand, struggles with it and receives no help.
Man, sucks for Twilight. I guess my school's gonna win this part. Sour Sweet shows off her face animations, and somehow the Wonder Colts catch up and get an early lead on the speed skating. During the archery, however, Twilight gets picked on by her own teammates, way to encourage your victory there, and leads to Applejack helping her out. However, she gets her magic drained, and Twilight's totally spies device as a result.
Apparently, Sour Sweet is afraid of Spike talking as well. Then all the Shadow Bolts catch up. Not only that, but Twilight's pendant activates during the motocross event, of course, releasing the piranha plants. Sugarcoat loses her bike, but not her life, sadly. And Rainbow Dash ponies up after saving Sunset. Sunset wins, flips out about the random magical appearance. Dash then loses her magic through going to the bathroom or something. And finally, Sunset goes full-on rage mode against Twilight and almost ruining Sunlight for everyone.
Is it really Sunset's fault? I mean, Dash, like a moron, walked right up to Twilight's device even though they told her that it steals magic. Also, I don't like that face Rainbow Dash makes when she loses her magic. It's kind of unsettling. But however, Cinch sees the magic of friendship now, so will she do the sensible thing like report it to the government to benefit the world? Of course not. She wants to use it for a realistic goal, like winning a sports competition for her school's reputation. Wouldn't you use that power for self-interest too, and not use it to, I don't know, stop ISIS or world problems? But whatever, using it to win your school's sports team is pretty much the common goal we all have. Now that the schools are tied, wait a minute, why are we inside now?
Oh, some ominous black cloud started looming out overhead, and I didn't want to stay out there for too long.
Anyways, the final event is looking for a flag inside the school, which they never do. It seems fun, though, so you hope they do it, but they don't. But Cinch wants to use the magic Twilight still against the Wonder Colts, believing it could help them win. Twilight is skeptical at first, but after a quick villain song, it's enough to turn her evil and give in. Gee, this won't backfire in any way on them if she opens it. It's not like Twilight will unleash the magic, be consumed by it, turn evil, and try to kill everybody after becoming a dark Saiyan form.
That happens, of course, and Midnight Sparkle is born, which means there will be R34s of Midnight and Sunset's demon form. I can see them right now.
Sunset's not a demon, she's an angel in her form.
Ah, well. Midnight starts to open up tears in the fabric of the world, and, oh, just great.
What's wrong now?
Well, there's a tear in here.
Don't you have magic sewing machine or the number for the trans-dimensional portal repairman?
It's a dimensional tear. Just look. What the? There, Wolfie.
What's going on?
The dimensions are tearing into each other, but this time it's looking even more dangerous than when the CMC caused it. What's going on? Midnight Sparkle is going crazy with magic and just opening them up. We should stop her, but we don't have any weapons.
Wait, up in the sky! It's a bird! It's a plane!
No, it's Sunset Shimmer!
Hey, those tears are disappearing without fear of the world ending right now. Let's continue the review. Midnight Sparkle, who looks like a purple Morgan, and Super Saiyan Sunset go into battle of magic until Spike intervenes, getting her to lose her focus. See, I told you Spike would end up saving the day out of all characters.
Good job, Spike. You entered a battle of epic proportions. Sure, the world is at stake, but everybody wanted to see another major battle. You know, because we don't get a whole lot of those. Sunset reforms Twilight in some way, and everything is fine. Cinch gets betrayed by the Anti-Six because she almost killed them inadvertently, and Twilight is now attending Canterlot High. You know, because it's not like there was any kind of paperwork or filing that Principal Celestia needed to do that would take over months to do it. So, what was wrong with this movie?
Well, the televised version cut out a scene of Twilight and Cinch interacting about how Twilight could possibly get closer to the main six as a spy and betray them, and the ending credits song and photos were cut out because, you know, the Hub Network / Discovery family always ruins the credits for everyone.
I'll just put those at the end of the video, but as for the commentary on those photos, let's just say that Luna and Cadence are now being shipped in the human form, as well as Luna's terrible dance moves.
Don't forget that Sour Sweet and Sunny Flare are disturbed by lesbianism. Finally, some heterosexual girls on the show.
Yes, represent! The final battle of this film could have actually lasted a bit longer. I mean, heck, it was probably shorter than when Sunset and Pony Twilight duked it out in the first movie. Plus, the first time I saw that battle between Super Saiyan Sunset and Midnight Sparkle, I immediately got reminded of this scene. Yeah, it seems Dragon Ball has an influence on this show. In the end, Cinch wasn't as good as the other villains, but she's the best non-magical villain so far, and probably the only one. So, you got anything to say about Cinch as well?
Yeah, for one thing, it wasn't about having a huge villain like the Dazzlings were already established as evil, and even Sunset was established as evil because she was a former pupil who turned to the dark side. For Cinch and Twilight, they're the villains, but it's more of them evolving into the villains and seeing how they slowly lose themselves and become obsessed with power and fame and magic. However, it's more about Cinch's transition into a villain rather than having someone who's outright evil, because she didn't start out monstrous at first, and sadly Twilight didn't either, which made them such great characters because they have what a lot of characters in MLP lack: development.
Also, that final event could have been played out very well if the writers knew what they were doing. They could have had magical tears randomly popping up within the school while they're looking for the flags, not just the final battle and an evil song.
Well, as we saw in the tears, technically we did see ponies in this My Little Pony world. They were just in the dimension being ripped apart. Also, do you remember there was that hole to your world back at the party scene at Pinky's, but you were there and missed your cameo in this movie?
Yeah, if only I was there. So it looks like the worlds are somewhat stabilizing now.
Not much, because your animal counterpart's still here for some reason.
Don't worry, I know someone who can help. Hopefully she can actually help us. Anyways, thanks for watching. This has been Wolf vs. Ponies.
Wait! Don't forget to watch us because we're Wolfalicious! Subscribe!